Hello, Cancer. This is Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and here we are. Happy New Year. 2025 is amongst us, even though this is a couple of days posted before. But we are looking already in the January energy for you. And interesting enough, this is about my fourth take trying to do the Cancer reading because, well, either I got interrupted or had some technical difficulties, but the last one I got a little further and I already pulled a card. So we're just going to stick with it with the card that got pulled here because there's something here where you need to realize that you were hitting limits. We have the card here, limitless. And this is typically not how I would start off a reading. I would tell you what deck I'm using, and we are using the Oracle, the Universe deck, but this is a general reading. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. But we need to talk about this because there's something here where I was at my limits and at my end where I said, I'm not pulling any more cards. I'm going to stick with this card because it's important. And there's a Cancer here who needs to see the importance of being limitless. You were at a stage here where you were getting knocked down, interrupted, or you're walking on eggshells, whether this is amongst people, whether this is amongst a specific situation. You have hit some dark modes here. Dark modes. Now, this is Omega, and one of the things that, and what I read in the book here, which didn't record, is Omega is from the even though it's a very, very bright constellation, from the naked eye, it's not that bright. But there's something here where you have your eye set on an area and it is bright for you. But what you're around is a lot of, well, I want to say limitations. Something is making you feel stuck, making you feel like you're at a breaking point. It feels like a breaking point. So let's see what this breaking point's about. We're using Good Tarot. If you like any of these decks, you can most certainly go in the description box. They are all listed there for you, Cancer. There are no reversals on initial story play here. Oh my God, these cards wanted to come out. There's 3 of them. They came out together. We're going to take them. Look at this. We have the 10 of Waters. This is your current energy here with the Moon and the Empress. Wow. Here are 2 cards about fulfillment. 2 cards very strongly here about fulfillment. This is an individual here who knows their worth, has the capability to share, even if it's not feeling like you have a lot of abundance. The Empress is very abundant. Is very stable, is very protective, especially when it comes to their circle, But who are you amongst within your circle? Because there's something here where you feel used and abused is the only way to describe it, Cancer. This could be where you may be an Empress amongst a circle that could be very happy or unknown, right? But it might even feel like you're wasting your talents on a scenario here. This could be at a dead end job. But you carry this essence about you where you give it your all, you give it your best. And with that Pisces energy, and there's something I feel that is shifting here. And I can't remember. I think the wolf moon is like I think it's like the 13th or something. But there's something here amongst this full moon that's coming or coming in place here for you, where I feel you intuitively know you gave it your all, but there is something more. And there is something around you that is making you feel less than, which is hard to do because you got a lot to give. This is fulfillment. It's happening. It's trying to make the best out of whatever scenario this Cancer is in. All right, so let's see what's ahead for you, because these are great cards. They're beautiful cards. There's something here that you can't see. You're not. It's like you're very intuitive. Ah, I get it. You can't see. Remember, I said that constellation is not something you could see how bright it is from the naked eye. You have individuals here who do not see the beauty of it. It's kind of like the Cinderella story. Yeah, you know, Cinderella, who was like scrubbing everything on the floor, and the stepsisters were nasty to her, and the stepmom was nasty to her. But then when she was this beautiful princess and she had, fairy godmother come down and make her look a different part, that's when she started to shine. And they were like, who is that? Well, there's no way, there's no possible way that could be Cinderella. There's something here that feels very much like a fairy tale. You're like hidden. You're like this bright gem, but yet you're hidden amongst individuals who do not appreciate you. They just don't. Now, reversals are up now using the stained glass tarot deck. I do use reversals a lot differently. The reversals just let me know if you're still hung up on something regarding the past, or if there's a past blockage here that is coming out for you, and you may feel like it's a test, but others of you, it just lets me know where you are when it comes to looking ahead. Well, angry a little bit. The Queen of Cups, that's your energy. Efforts. It's like you got one foot in the door and then one foot out, and you're doing the best that you can in a scenario. But with the Queen of Cups, reversed, and when I said anger, it's kind of, I mean, this is an immense amount of card of emotions. It could also be sadness too. I do feel a depressive or in the blue state. Sorrow in the cups, could be drinking a lot, but there's something here about sorrow, about balancing, doing a balancing act. But you're realizing something's got to go. Something's got to go. You're either all in or you're all out. And this is the dilemma you've been in, is you haven't felt like you've been fully all in or invested in something. So you're in the precipice of like making a huge life change. Some of you are leaving a toxic relationship. Some of you are leaving a toxic job. Some of you are choosing a lifestyle that I don't know. There's just something here where you don't necessarily see this as victory. It feels like an empty victory. It's almost like I wanted it. I wanted to be able to achieve both, but I know I'm not going to. So even like cutting people out, right? So I'm just using this as an example with cutting people out, or being truly honest with yourself. You're at the point here where you have to be honest with yourself that there is something that you don't like around you, or a specific lifestyle. You want more, right? That's that limitless energy of wanting more. But I also feel like you are really bright, and there's something about this dimming your lights. Some of you feel like you might be going towards something that does not feel very bright to you. And I want to say it's an illusion for what you see. You're not going to fully know. You're not supposed to know all of the moves. Let's put it that way. And I know that's hard to say because I'm a tarot reader, and a lot of us look at us like fortune tellers, but it's really not fortune telling. It's just showing you different pathways and storylines of possibilities. But some things we're just not meant to know. We're meant to be on the ride. And you are definitely in the midst this month of being in the great unknown and choosing a direction in which to go. And the one that you feel that you're walking on eggshells is the one that you're realizing ain't for you. Yeah. Now we have the King of Wands energy here. That's interesting. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Why do I feel like that's another person? It could be you, but I feel like that's another person. Let's see what's going on here. 10 of Wands, you're dropping somebody. Nine of Cups. This isn't what you wanted. This isn't the direction you wanted to go. You wished it could turn out differently, but you are accepting indifferences. And there's just something now where I do feel now this could be entirely a different person. It doesn't have to be your energy, but there's two stories here. If this is another individual, this is a person who's very, very sure of themselves and knows what direction that they're going in, even when they're amongst this energy. But there's something here about being, very sure of where they want to go. It's like I'm in it for it all. So if this is another person here, this isn't your true wishes, and it's such a burden for you to follow in this person's belief systems here, even though they are very creative, even though that there's something here that makes you feel smaller, doesn't make you feel like you have a voice, could get you very depressed about it. But this is the energy here of before fear of going independent, before fear of being single. For some of you, you're not fearing that anymore. I always saw this as the Nine of Pentacles card mixed up with the Ten of Wands, because it's got the wine, the grapevines, which is very prominent in the Rider-Waite deck. But with the Ten of Wands, there's just something where it's not, you can't carry this weight anymore. You won't know unless you try this out alone. And your wish fulfillment here was a different outcome. Now, for some of you, this is you. And this is you taking a approach here, very creative, could be entrepreneurship, but there's something artistic about this, that you're not going to be stifled by a specific scenario. And it's kind of, what's the best way to describe this? Your foot wasn't fully in the door to fully develop this dream or go for it. So now it's you totally going for it and just saying, I'm going to give it my all and everything else. And this is just, this is what it's going to be. But it's you fully embracing this confidence. It's fully embracing this. And they both can be your energy, even with that person. But there's something here where, under different circumstances, you wished that you could go out with some kind of closure that would feel good, whatever this community is, this family unit is, this work unit is. It's just not feeling that fulfilling for you. So we're going to go over to Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area. We're going to see what the potential outcome is of this advice that Spirit wants to give to you. And then we're going to do bonus readings for my love singles and my loves couples, in case, if it's a couple, it's probably going to be this reading a little bit more deeper. And then we're going to have an abundance reading. So yes, there's a lot of additional content over at Harmonia Friends. If that's something that interests you, would love to see you there. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys take care and Happy New Year.